for years I've stood next to him at the fucking the DJ booth, and he goes and looks at you like, "Oh yeah, I'll play it right now." And then 2 seconds later, he don't remember who you are or what you said. He just looks at you and goes, "Okay, I got this," and then never.
Let me clarify. If you come to me with a song that has no rhythm or no beat match to the songs that I'm already playing, the chances are I'm not going to play it.
Right.
If it's some obscure, only you listen to it, and everybody else is having a great time, and you come up with your Mambo number 5 or whatever, I'm not going to play it. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast.
What up? What up? What up?
Coming at you live from our beautiful studio here in Hollywood, California.
Yes,
We're happy to announce we're part of Brendan Schaub's fucking sinking empire.
Yeah. Man, I mean, if we're going to get on board, it might as well be now.
Might as well be at the end, right?
You know?
No, man. We have a really awesome fucking guest, a longtime friend, one of the best dudes fucking on planet Earth, Ventura's own DJ also.
DJ also.
Nice. I like
in
that.
the house.
You got your own little table, dude. Look at you.
I know, look at you.
Just
All
styling my
styling.
turntables right here.
Hey,
I know, huh?
do
We
a
should
shot.
have you come in and DJ just during.
I'm down.
I guess we'd get canceled.
They
We'd
wouldn't
get.
allow any of it.
I know, right?
You
Copyrighted.
didn't pay for any of this.
Dude, so anyway, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Stoked to have you on. I've asked you
Glad
to come
to
on
have you
100
here.
times, and we've been drunk while we did it. And
Yes,
we're like,
a little bit.
yeah. And then months go by. But
Yes.
I've
been
never
long
asked
overdue.
him once.
Never.
No,
that's a fucking-
when we talk all the time, you know, he's one of my favorite humans in the whole fucking world. We talk and love each other. I've never thought once about having him on the podcast because he just really is annoying.
You're such a dick.
All right,
And this is why we love Jay.
Do we?
I mean,
I'm finding.
it's questionable.
It's
wildly
wildly
you know what I
Yeah.
love the most is your banter back and forth. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
You know,
The
clowning him's
birthday
easy.
show was like one of my favorite shows.
Oh, dude, that was one of the greatest travesties ever that we didn't get that on the whole thing on video. Man.
Which one?
The birthday, the roast.
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
no,
Dude, that was-
the last one that you did on the podcast.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Where they, showed up
yeah,
after the
yeah, for sure.
I know
Yeah, that
it's
was
still a
really
sensitive
nice.
subject,
Dude.
so I don't
yeah,
wanna
you
bring
and
it up.
Chris
Yeah.
decided to have a whole fucking party without me at the bar. Didn't even invite me. Why I'm setting up for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool, dude.
I had to gotten an invite to it, and I was like, nah, I can't make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Fucking rude, man. So what's going on in your life, man? You've been fucking. You are. For those of you who don't know, DJ is a DJ. He spins records. I guess. Do you still call it spinning records now? I guess so. Maybe not.
From time to time.
I know
people
you
call
do
it
spin
that.
vinyl, which is
Yes,
badass
I
of
do.
you. But you DJ all over fucking California, all over the place. You're constantly fucking hustling.
Yes.
So what have you been up to lately?
Lately, it's been a lot of, residency at Tarantula Hill. Shout out to Tarantula
Fuck
Hill and
yeah,
everybody
dude.
there. I love that place. We just did Friday, Saturday for Halloween. Capacity.
Really?
Ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah.
And then out in Malibu, Tracy Park Gallery,
Okay.
once a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
you're out once a month? Because I
Yeah.
think I had talked to you when you just kind of started getting that gig.
Yeah, April of 21.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
that's how long I've been associated with Tracy Park. And
Yeah.
and, yeah.
That's
So it's
amazing. man.
Risk Rock, right?
Risk, yeah. Shout out to Risk, the compound, everybody at the compound.
Right.
The first show I did was right when COVID, when everybody was starting to go out and, still masked, but people weren't 6 feet apart. You can kind of socialize as long as
Yeah.
you weren't like
Yeah.
coughing on anybody.
Right.
So yeah, that first show I did was with Risk and Chloe Trujillo.
Oh,
And,
okay.
So ever since then, it's just been
And
Every month.
that first one you did, didn't you have like you were in kind of a Like your booth was kind
was
of in a
weird.
box.
It was a
I
weird
remember
layout.
seeing it.
They
dude.
still were holding on to COVID.
Yeah, I follow DJs like he's one of the everything he does I follow, and I have for fucking ever, man. He's never gone anywhere I didn't show up to, man. He's always been there, you know.
Yeah,
it's so when he started doing the Risk Rock stuff, man, I was watching him and fucking perving everything you were doing, you know.
Well, he just to be honest, he pervs everything I do.
That's
So
true.
it's not-
He pervs. He's just perv.
I'm into
period.
it.
Perv J.
Yeah.
Pervy J.
Fucking
Hey, something I want to get that I know that some of us know, but please explain that DJ isn't just DJ. It's not disc jockey.
Yeah.
It is not just that. DJ means what?
DJ is my name, and it is also what I do.
Yeah.
yeah, which is so clever.
Yeah. And
When I first started, it was
hold
like
on,
a lot
hold
of...
on. Get to the name,
ahead.
dude. Get to the fucking name.
So yeah, everybody asks, that's not your real name. No one names their kid DJ. And I'm like, well, okay. So they keep asking, come on, tell me your real name. So I said, well, my real name is Dick James if you keep asking.
Yeah.
My response is Dick James.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly,
dude,
you
it's
could probably
my
switch it
fucking
up
favorite
and
thing.
go by Dick James and be fucking still
Yeah.
a successful DJ. Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Just get cold-blooded tattooed on your forehead, dude.
yeah, on my arms.
Yeah,
Cold-blooded.
yeah.
It's just a constant thing that I get, and no one ever believes me, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
And it took a while to actually get to having that name because I was just gonna go by DJ.
yeah.
Like nobody's gonna get it on a flyer. I was like, well, sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm DJ. Like no, but nobody's gonna get it. So it took a while to get there, but
Yeah.
No, you're there, dude. I mean, it's you say as soon as you say DJ, we know who we're talking.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No,
It's-
but yeah, I
but
don't.
DJ also is very clever if you know
Yeah.
that your name's actually DJ.
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, you've been coming to shows, and you're such as a DJ.
Yes.
You are a music fanatic, dude.
Yes.
You're one of the people that really you meet people that think they say they love music, right? And then you start talking to them, and you realize they know a surface level about
Yes.
a few things, right?
Well, yeah.
But you have always come to my shows, metal shows, punk shows, fucking rock shows, soul. You go to all fucking every type of music, and you really are one of the true music fanatics that I know. You know what I mean? So how is it that you got into DJing? Like you didn't play. Do you play an actual instrument, or
No.
was that something you wanted to do always?
His instrument is a turntable.
I
and
understand.
how rude of you.
Yeah, I said an actual instrument. I
Manual
apologize.
music is what you meant, right?
Right.
Manual
Yeah. Sure.
music.
Whatever.
When I was younger, my cousins actually DJ'd. They
Okay.
used to DJ like back then. It was like have the high school party at the gym. Or whatever.
Quinceañera.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily that, but high school parties. Like after
rodeo.
a game or something. Yeah, rodeo.
Yeah, you're from
'Cause
Bakersfield. I'm just
never went to a
assuming.
rodeo
You're
in my
Bakersfield,
life.
bro. Come on, man.
So that's when I first saw it. And actually, what's funny is that at that time is when there was a lot of breakdance crews. So there was a lot of breakbeat
Okay,
stuff being played,
okay.
And then you just see like the circle break out and people breakdance. And I was just like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
And then when I went to junior high, I'd always see we had DJs and stuff, and it was great. But it wasn't until like later that I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
When I first started, I learned on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, when
Yeah.
you really had to fucking. I mean, did you ever do the scratching and all that stuff? I mean,
I never
not too
got
much.
into it.
No.
Like it's a great art, and people that can do it are very talented. It's just not. I didn't get into that.
Right. You're more of a curator of the
Scratch
party.
DJing.
Yeah, that's a
scratch
great way to
DJing is
Right.
when you're a real that's what you do. They're phenomenal, bro.
Right.
Like what they do and how they mix the beats and mix the songs and layer everything together and layer 3 or 4 albums together and just slide through it is it's all just incredible. But there's also something to be said about somebody that could stand around for 9 hours and play not the same song one time. And you're not trying to get people to dance. You're just trying to play good music that makes everybody stay on point. I've seen you do it many times, and Yeah, dude, I just spent 3 days at this tattoo convention. I didn't play the same song one time. And I was there from when they woke up till they closed.
That's crazy.
And never played the same song one time.
No repeats. Like,
Yeah.
I'll play the same artist, but I won't repeat a song.
Yeah.
You're talking about hours of music, 3 days of,
That's crazy, dude.
solid.
That's a lot of fucking music, dude.
Real quick, so we can get this out of the way.
Can I pause real fast? I got a couple technical things going on. Kenny, would you possibly zoom in on DJ's camera before we get going? I just want to make him a little bit bigger. And then
get rid of
DJ,
that.
will you pull your mic down a smidge?
Yeah.
And then you can turn it like this.
Yeah.
Like
so
you can bend that
instead
arm
of
down.
being like this, it's more like this.
Yeah, bend the top arm down. No.
No, the top arm.
Go down and then kick this up.
There you go.
Like this, buddy.
Yeah.
Like this.
Then we can see your face.
Yeah, now we can see your face better.
Is that better?
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, way better. Thank
From
you.
this?
Perfect.
That one's
yeah,
on
yeah.
me.
That's,
Okay.
that's your
Yeah.
camera. You don't got to look at your camera. I just want to be
Yeah.
able to see your gorgeous face. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean to derail.
No, look at the camera, man. I like seeing it. Later on, I'll be
that's what's
fucking
up, dude.
ripping one out to this.
And you're ripping a fanny pack, dude, which is
Dude,
rad.
I had
Hell
to bring
yeah.
this fanny
What's up,
pack. You know that.
Yeah. Desatu.
Going back to the birthday show, man, the podcast. That was great.
Yeah, dude.
I actually have treats in there for everybody.
Ooh, really?
I brought actual treats.
Did
Let's,
you?
let's,
Yes.
let's go.
Uh-oh.
What you
You
got?
ready?
What you got?
We're ready.
Let's start
Let's
with
do
the
it.
big bag.
All right. Oh, my Lord. Okay. That's a whole ass bag.
We won't show the brand.
Okay.
And I already got into one. This is for Jay.
Oh, my
he
Coke
loves these.
Zero. Yeah.
This one's mine.
Nice.
If
There
you
you
guys
go.
want one, more
There
than
you go.
welcome. And then I got a little something from the Hill.
Ooh, really?
Oh,
You handsome
shit.
son of a
Tarantula
bitch.
High IPA.
Yeah.
That is my favorite, too.
Shout out
Dude.
to John and
You're
everybody
such a-
at Tarantula.
Dude, how is
Dude,
it that we've
awesome.
curated?
And this is the Cali All Day IPA.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Oh,
yes.
dude, you know what?
Those are
Fuck
for you
this.
guys.
Yes.
And
That's
that one
fucking
is, you gotta be
awesome,
careful
man.
because that's a
This'll fuck
He,
you up.
7.0.
we had that at the garage for a while,
Yeah.
and he drank the shit out of it.
I did.
Everybody did, though, man. I mean, it was one of the most popular ones we had.
yeah.
Everybody fucking drank it.
I know we got to talk to them about getting
And then,
sponsored.
Yeah, no shit.
for those of you doubting the advantage of having a fanny pack, I don't call it a fanny pack. I call it a merce.
Uh-oh.
We got some mezcal that I just got.
Oh, no.
And then I got some of these little shooters.
Oh,
some
shit.
apple pie.
Oh, those
They
are good.
moonshine?
Yeah,
One for each
those
of
are
us.
fucking bomb.
Holy fuck, dude.
All right.
We're never going to live. We're not going to live through this.
We brought out some old fashioned.
Yeah,
so
I know you're a
let's
whiskey
do
guy,
a
I
shot of.
figured.
We'll do a shot of old fashioned, and we'll go to the
Sure.
apple pie. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that, man.
Let me pour it out for you here.
Yeah. God, I love these fucking Jack Daniels Coke Zeros. Hey, if you guys are looking for a sponsor,
Yeah, man.
you know,
Right here.
the drink for the fat diabetic, right here. If you guys can, I'm here. You know, I'm ready to represent. I look like every one of your fucking customers. You know, generations of fucking alcoholics.
That's right.
I mean, drinkers.
Drinkers.
Social.
Social.
Social. Just I'm social all the time.
Yeah.
social fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here you go, brother.
All right.
All right.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, brother. I love you guys, man. And hey, DJ, you're one of my favorite humans, man.
Seriously,
I love
you, man.
We
We know
really
so much,
appreciate you
guys.
coming
you.
on.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
That's Malort. That's Malort.
Actually, not bad.
Give it a second. Wait.
It's so much worse in a minute.
Yeah, it gets worse. It gets bad.
Sorry.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Hey,
I
that's
guess
all
we
right.
don't know it's coming, right?
That's what I told you yesterday. I did tell you
Shout out
yesterday.
to Brett.
Yeah, Brett.
Shout out to Brett. We
Yeah.
love you, man. I love you.
Eat a dick, you bald trick.
Oh, God.
Brett's
Yeah.
the man. I love.
So what do
Brett.
you think?
Oh,
Honest
he's the
review.
shit.
It's not
It's not-
good. It's not good.
It's not bad, but it's not good.
Not
No,
good, not
it's
good
not
at
good.
all.
And you
It's
immediately
not what I thought it
you
was gonna be,
immediately
though.
took a drink off that Jack, and that helps.
Yeah.
It helps if you sit there and let that shit marinate on the side of your
yeah, I'm
tongue.
trying- that's what I'm not doing.
Yeah.
We had to hide it because Jay said there's no possible way he's taking a
He
shot.
told
of
me
Malort.
yesterday.
I
We
told
sat
him
here
yesterday.
yesterday at the bar. He's like,
Sorry,
"Fuck
dude.
that shit. I ain't doing that shit. That shit's not even." Everybody I talked to said that shit's nasty.
You know what the
Yeah.
problem is? The after, dude, it hangs. It's like a hanger. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to
all good.
But Jay was adamant about it.
Well, this is why we love Jay. Huh?
Is it?
I don't know. Now I don't know.
Now he's in a bad mood.
Come on, we'll switch it up to this apple pie.
I won't take the whole thing, but I'll sip on it.
I'm not doing the whole thing.
Yeah, oh, fucking quitters.
Shout out to Old Smoky.
Dude, this.
If anybody wants to sponsor this podcast,
I know, right?
These, when they're ice cold,
would be a way to do it.
This will be a better way to wash it down, dude. Thank you.
Cheers. Here's to Tuesday mornings.
Oh, that's so much better. God damn it. Okay.
That hangs way better.
That's so much better. Anyway, I didn't mean to. We
It's
didn't
all
mean
good.
to fucking.
Brett.
You didn't have.
of
You
a
didn't
bitch.
have nearly as bad as a reaction as we did.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
It
just saw your faces looking at me. I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Apparently I did. Thanks.
Even after you did it, it was very, very.
Even after I did it, I was like, I've never had any whiskey like that, man. That thing went sour.
Shit's bad, dude. Anyway, fuck, man. Well, yeah. So, you got into DJing a long time ago. I mean, you've been doing it for fucking years. But
when I first started, it was 2004.
Okay.
And the first show that I ever had was at Nickleby's, actually.
really,
Yeah, like
Okay.
name on a flyer.
Wow.
Upstairs in the Alibi Lounge.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn,
the
okay.
back members.
Yeah,
Anybody?
yeah,
I do.
Yeah, Jay knows.
Yeah.
Jay knows all
Jay
about
was
that
there.
place.
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
I lived there.
Did I ever tell you I almost got fucking murdered in front of that place?
Me too.
No. Like
murdered
literally, I had an incident there, and I don't know. I might have told this on the podcast.
No,
but
you haven't. I've never heard this.
Anyway, I was. The Wrath played a show.
Yes.
There.
You've never
It was
heard
like the
Wrath,
only
by
time we
way.
ever played there, right? And we played with, I think when Jarvis had the Black Sabbath cover band. We played with them. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we play that night. Show's fucking great. We have a good time. All our friends are there. And I'm talking to literally my family, like my sister, my mom, everybody, right? And I all of a sudden get yanked out of this circle into this fucking, by this dude that is, I mean, big like you, but like actual, huge,
He worked
fucking
out.
huge, like Marine style fucking massive motherfucker, right? And he's like, hey, blah, blah. And he's like trying to talk. And he's wasted. And he's like, oh, you guys are good. Blah, blah. And he's like, I want to take a picture with you. And I'm like, hey, motherfucker. Like, fine, but don't ever fucking grab me. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I totally like caught an attitude
Like
with
an
him.
abduction.
You should have.
And
100%, dude.
right? So anyway, I'm like, fucking, dude, whatever. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, yeah, dude, fine, that's cool, but don't ever fucking grab me like that again, And he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. And then so I'm literally like 15 minutes later, one of his other friends comes over and he fucking does it again. And I'm talking about like grabbed me, like moved my whole body. You know what I mean? And so finally I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And I said, hey, motherfucker, don't ever fucking grab me like that. I said, what are you trying to do here?
Yeah,
I'm like pissed, you know what I mean? Because like, dude, I'm in the middle of talking to family and you just drag me out of conversation. Right. And he's like, well, you don't have to have an attitude. And I said, well, you know what? Here, let's get this started right. Your gigantic fucking bald head makes you look like a huge fucking cock. Fuck you. And
Is that verbatim?
verbatim what I said.
You heard it here first.
Fuck you, you meathead piece of shit. And he's like, and he looked like Beavis and Butthead, like gym teacher, dude. And his fucking veins are popping out of his neck, and I'm all, uh-oh. And so
That's
finally,
the button.
I just I get out of there, right? And so 30 minutes later, we're loading out gear. We're about to load out gear. And my friend Matt comes up to me and goes, hey, man, by any chance, did you tell some fucking giant Marine he looks like a huge penis? And I'm like, yeah, I did.
I said it.
And he's all, that guy is waiting out front with 3 of his friends, and I heard him talking about taking you to the beach and killing you. Like they were gonna abduct me and take me to the beach and beat me to death. Like that's what they were planning to do. And I was like, guess who's using the elevator?
Back door, please.
That elevator saved many a life.
Elevator
my
has saved
God, dude.
many
Yeah.
a life.
It was the sketchiest fucking
dude.
thing. I mean, I've been in some sketchy situations, but that guy could kill me, like for sure, dude. It was, but I was like, you know what? Let's just get this going.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This had to have been in the height of the fucking Wrath, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty up there. You know what I mean? Like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
so great.
But yeah, we'd never been asked to play at Nickleby's. I was like, fuck yeah, we'll do it. Right before they closed or whatever.
yeah, one last hurrah.
But boy, that was a fucking night, dude.
been such an integral part of in Nickelbees for so long. But when I hear all these other people talk about it, like I was there from like 94 until 2000. So when everybody talks about these stories and they're like, yeah, this it's 2003. And I'm all,
I wasn't
2003. I was there. I was there. I still
let's
stayed
be
there.
clear. You
I was
weren't
there
on payroll, but you were there.
I was there all the fucking time. That was my home. I could go there and get just nutty, have a good time, do whatever, and I never had to worry about a thing. Anything ever happened, anything happened with me, anybody started to vibe me, anything happened, Mr. Steve Woods or whoever was doing security would just grab whoever it was that was having a problem with me and they would just disappear. I wouldn't even notice. I'd be hammered, dancing, having fun, and they would just be gone, man. It was the best.
If you don't know, if you got taken out the front, you were going down the stairs. Just FYI.
Down the stairs.
And it's a flight, dude.
And it is not one flight, but two.
It is two flights.
There's
a wall.
There's a tight bend.
There is.
There's a tight bend at the end there.
Many a heads have hit that fucking bend,
dude. Yeah.
Did you ever get to Spartan kick anyone down those things?
I by the time they got to the stairs, usually I was off dealing with something else, and my security was taking them downstairs at that point. You know, there was not very often that I made it that far, you know, because I had to go make sure that whatever the other crew was going out the back.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it was wild, man. It was wild time. So that's your first DJ gig.
That was the first, was in 2004. And then after that, it was like, you know, just doing underground shows. I played a lot of house music at that time. It wasn't really mainstream. But oddly enough, when I did finally get booked and have like regular residencies, that's when you guys were at the height of it. So a lot of shows that did happen, I didn't get to see.
I know.
Because I was actually, out DJing, and then the fucking Wrath. I mean, that's a prime example. I got towards the tail end of that when you guys were like ending, and I tried to go to as many shows as I could.
You know, I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, Robin Ryder, shout out Robin Ryder. You're gonna hear
a ton of names
because these are all personal friends.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted. I love a majority of the musicians that are still playing. And Robin, I've known Robin since I was 21.
Yeah,
he played with Collision.
Yeah,
played with a bunch of other bands, but that was when I first met him when I was 21.
Now he's in
about the
what's a
rap.
doo-wop? The doo-wop.
Twin Temple.
Yeah, now he's in Twin Temple.
They just played with Danzig.
Did they really?
Yeah,
that's
not too long ago.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Robin's there's so many of all of us that have been part of this crew and all of these people that are just such good people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like just not a lot of egos. There's a few egos. We know who they are. I didn't shout anybody out, Craig.
You didn't not look at me weird though, did you?
But no, there's not one person that I could think of that may
have an ego.
Possibly have
man,
an ego.
just so many good people, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, so many good people. You know, and I want to give a huge shout out and mad props to the 805's biggest fan of all the bands, DJ also.
That's right.
Nobody.
Thank you.
Nobody supports like you have. Right. Of all of the bands, whether it's Honey Owl or all these other bands I don't even know that, you know, or The Wrath or, you know, dude, how many messages are fucking, hey, you going to see this show today? I'm going to this show this night and I'm going to that show this. I'm like, man, I got to sleep. I got a job. I got shit to do. And you're like, okay, well, you know, I'll be there. Come represent.
I'll be there. Come find me.
Yeah, you used to at one point. I remember you'd be like, "Oh, you people all talk about the shows and you guys say all this shit, and then you don't show up."
That's right.
And then I was like, "Man, I
bitching
hear
about
you."
A ticket, bitching about cover charge, bitching about merch,
trying to get in on a $5 fucking show.
Can you hook me up? No, dude. Support bands.
Right.
Yeah.
Go out, buy a ticket, buy merchandise, give them gas money, like
buy
for reals,
merch
for real.
Buy merch.
Buy two.
If you don't get anything else from any of this, when you go there, the ticket, the venue is going to get part of. Whatever else you do, the venue is going to get part of. Whoever's going to get part of. What they don't get part of is that T-shirt that you buy, the hat you buy. Buy a sticker. You know, that sticker may be $2 or $3 or $4 or $5, but it's going to help them get gas and keep doing their shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you like, I didn't get
Especially
that
traveling
until
bands.
podcast. I didn't get that, and now every time I go to a show, I try to go buy a shirt, a hat, buy something, just buy anything because it's directly supporting. Yeah, and it's directly
really
supporting the artist, man.
I mean,
you know?
when the Wrath was on tour, the only thing we survived on was merch. You know what I mean? You would maybe you would get enough gas money at a show to get you the next 2 or 3. Right.
Yeah.
And then maybe a fucking hotel room, which was nice.
Yeah. This is pre GoFundMe.
This is before bands just begging for money. You fucking quitting motherfuckers, dude.
Dude.
That shit drives me nuts. Dude. Like if you have your van broken into and all your gear stolen, whole nother animal. But it drives me fucking nuts to watch a band
go on tour.
Help you go on tour. Dude. Oh, it drives me nuts.
You know, one of the other things too I want to add to that. Even if I already have a CD or even if I already have the vinyl, I'll buy another copy and gift it to somebody.
Right.
You know, it's like
it's $10-15.
Dude, what is that?
Yeah.
We blow that
daily. You're gonna drink that and then
Chipotle.
piss it out later.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna puke it up at eat Chipotle burrito.
I definitely am gonna drink it. Probably 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Sitting at the bar at the venue.
Yeah.
Invest.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what I
with you.
consider it. Invest in the music. Like you said, I've always been really heavy into music of all kinds, and you know, a CD, a digital download that comes with the vinyl, a shirt, always shirts, and they always have to be black.
Yeah,
for reals. And don't get the thin ones. Don't be cheap. Get the thick shirts. Us big boys like the thickies.
Yeah, we like the thickies, dude.
And by the way, shout out Meth Syndicate.
That's what's up, dude.
Candyman shirt.
Yeah.
I kept looking at them all. That's not Candyman, but it is. It's John Candy.
John Candy, Candyman, Meth
Syndicate rocks.
They fucking rule.
Makes the thick shirts I like.
Yeah.
You guys come support.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. We'd love to do it.
The trippy thing about you as a DJ is that you are not in a box.
No.
You DJ every fucking type of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I were to tell you, hey, can I pay you to DJ a hardcore show?
Yes.
You could fucking do that. Whereas most DJs are like, I do this, or I do this, or I do house music. I only do this. So how much, what I want to get into is kind of the nitty gritty of like,
go ahead.
Say your thing at Tarantula Hill, right? Mm-hmm. You have to kind of understand the audience a little bit.
Look,
right?
not everybody wants to be a DJ, but nobody wants to play to the crowd.
Right.
That's a big thing.
So what did you? Well,
Hey,
what do you know
hold
going
on,
in?
Hold on. Just so there's some clarification here because I've seen this happen many times. When he says I'm
I like
playing
to
thing, when he says
he calls an ambulance.
Yes.
When he says that he's playing to the crowd, don't get it twisted. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean he's taking request.
No. Yeah.
Because I've watched DJ take requests for years, and it's some of my favorite shit ever, man. I'll sit by the DJ booth, and he'll tell you, I've stood next to him for many hours watching him play music, talking shit with him, and having fun for years. I've stood next to him at the DJ booth, and he goes and looks at you like, I'll play it right now. And then 2 seconds later, he don't remember who you are or what you said. He just looks at you and goes, okay, I got this.
Well,
and then never.
Let me clarify. If you come to me with a song that has no rhythm or no beat match to the songs that I'm already playing, the chances are I'm not going to play it.
Right.
If it's some obscure, only you listen to it, and everybody else is having a great time, and you come up with your Mambo number 5 or whatever, I'm not going to play it. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real.
Yeah, baby.
But on the flip side of that, I have done the opposite. So, prime example, when we were doing Soul Sundays at the Garage, shout out the Garage.
Amen. 1091 Scandy Avenue.
What is it?
1091 Scandy Avenue.
Okay. The
Garage.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it.
Soul
Make sure
Sundays.
that-
I'm gonna get it tattooed on my ass crack.
Soul
like a
Sundays
tramp
lacking
stamp.
the original soul of Sundays.
Yeah.
Right.
Craig would walk in.
I know. Every time.
And I would play the fucking rap. I could have just been playing Smokey Robinson.
Out of nowhere.
Right? Tracks of My Tears or something. And then Craig walks in, you hear the music like fade out. And then
every time I'm like, fucking DJ, dude, he got me.
Can't even walk into a bar no more.
I got trolled with my own song. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking,
and it would always be a different song.
I know. But like, so when you, I want to get into worst requests ever. Or like story. I'm sure there's
Mambo
plenty.
number 5 is one of them.
It's got to be up there.
It's up there.
But
it's real obscure.
Like you have to understand your audience and what you're playing to. Like
Yes.
Tarantula Hill crowd. What do they want to hear? Like how did you figure that out?
It depends on what time I start. If like for instance last night or on Saturday, it was the Halloween party. So it's a lot of Thriller, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we want some Halloween dance
remixes,
jams, right?
More dance stuff.
Right.
Friday night was kind of a mix. Top 40, a little more rock stuff. Mm-hmm. It depends on who's there.
Right.
Sometimes I can't get into that because there's a lot of kids.
Right.
You got to maintain the radio cuts as they call it, or the edited cuts. Can't be dropping no F-bombs or no.
Sure. So that's a choice. It's a conscious.
No NWA.
You can get. Shout out to John. John the owner of Tarantula Hill, loves NWA. He knows all the words.
Does he really?
All the lyrics. Yeah. I love that guy.
Does he
Does he say all the lyrics? All the lyrics hard. Yeah.
All of them.
I mean, not all. I wouldn't say all of them.
All right. Yeah.
It's not a good way to get
Okay,
a Tarantula Hill.
minus one word or two, maybe. He knows all the words.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it just depends on the audience and the vibe. It could be something totally different.
Right.
It just and that's the thing, like what Jay was saying earlier. It's like I don't play the same set. I don't have a pre-made set. I don't have 10 songs that are like, oh, I have to play this, 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 and this to get the crowd going. Because to me, that's you might as well be a Spotify playlist.
100, and that's
boring.
It is
soulless.
boring, dude. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because me and not to cut you off, me and Jay were having this conversation yesterday about it.
Yeah.
And what the hours that it takes to actually put the time in to create a playlist like Saturday, Halloween, or whatever 4th of July set.
And people do not understand. I've been I've been around hardcore DJs. Shout out to DJ DY.
Yeah, I love DY. He's great.
DY is fucking legend, dude. That guy is a fucking legend. And I watched him when I was like 15 and 16 years old, getting ready for a show or a dance, and he's sitting there. Sitting there with crates, and that's how I would carry crates for him to the shows. God. Wes Cook, everybody else knows him as Cook Smokehouse or whatever, but I knew him as DJ Wild Wild West.
And this is
I
just barely found that out.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to Wes.
Wes was DJ Wild Wild West, and when I first met him, I would help him, and we'd go to do dances and stuff, and I would help him carry crates, in his little Nissan pickup that I got stolen.
There is nothing. There is nothing worse than carrying record crates around, dude. Like you see my vinyl, right? I've moved that shit like 7 fucking times. 15 crates of fucking records. You know what I mean?
Threw the back out 3 times.
Totally.
Slip the disc.
It's like there's a point at which vinyl rules, and then you're
you
like,
have to pick
go
out
ahead
like
and
a
move it.
couple at a time.
Go ahead and move it.
I was very appreciative of it
when
I was younger because it gave me a reason to go. Okay, I'll help.
Yeah.
Because then I can stand there and I'd have stood, like I said, I stood next to him many, 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 many years. Where I just stand in the booth and just stand there and hang out. I don't do nothing else. I listen to music, watch the crowd. But that carrying that crate up there and setting it down got me that spot. Well,
the other thing with that too, before DJ edits came out, before DJ records came out, for those who don't know, it would be like a mixtape basically on vinyl. So you have like maybe 4 or 5 songs on one side that came with the intro. Same thing on the other side, whatever was the hot track. Before that, you had to buy doubles of the single.
Right.
Because some of them didn't have an intro.
Right.
Some of them was like James Brown say on the one.
Yep.
Lyrics right off the bat. You had to get the instrumental and the regular mix because you had to drop the instrumental first to then get into the main mix.
Yeah.
So you're buying doubles of one song.
Right.
And that's where when you guys are looking and you see somebody old school and you see them and they'll grab the album off one while this one's playing and they'll pick it up and they'll flip it. So they started with the instrumental. They moved over to this one because you had to buy 2.
Yep.
They moved over to this one, started playing the song, and then flipped this one back over so that it was set. And then they would have tape markings to let you know where you're at, so that then you could start mixing.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Just no rhythm because I'm
what's
very
up,
white.
Kenny? We got a timeout. What I really want to get into is like,
Let's do it.
how much time do you put into a set? Really, like when if it's a real set that, I mean, I'm not going to say every show doesn't matter, but we know we know what it is. Some shows are easier than others, and you know it's going to be a fucking pretty cool, easy gig. But like when you really have to sit down and do it, like, because I don't know what your fucking hard drive looks like, but it's probably it's insane, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how
ridiculous.
many gigs of fucking music?
I
Terabytes?
have two separate hard drives.
Right.
One is a daily user. The other one is basically what I pull from.
Okay.
So I have, to give you an example, I have complete discographies of a lot of music. Mm-hmm. The fucking Wrath is one of them.
It's not a large one. Yeah.
Vinyl as well.
Yeah, you got it.
Cassette tape. No, so a lot of complete discographies, a lot of older stuff. Mm-hmm. So it depends. Like, I'll give you an example. For the tattoo show, Seaside,
3 days of solid music.
3 days.
Yeah.
I'm putting at least 2 weeks in after work, adding, subtracting from the playlist. Now, when I say playlist, I'm not clicking play and then it's going from one song to the next.
You're conscious of beats per minute. You're conscious of rhythm.
Curating is the better way to put it.
Right.
I put that all into one file.
Right.
There will be subcrates in that file because it's all digital now, to give you an idea. So there will be one main file that holds everything that I'm putting. You're talking over 3,000 songs.
Dude, it's so many.
Right? But
songs.
that's specifically for Seaside. So I'll have a Friday plan, Saturday plan, and then Sunday plan. Saturday being the main day, that you're talking 10 hours at least.
Right.
Of from the time I get there and everybody starts loading in to the time they're done.
Show's
and
over.
this is like, so I'll, like when they do the burlesque and tattoo contest, I'm not playing during that time.
Right.
But that's at least 8 hours.
Minimum.
Of solid.
Totally.
No, I mean, I'll do like a Carlos Santana 8-minute song to go take a pee break.
Right.
And then come back and then go right back into it.
Right.
Eating while I'm DJing, you know, it's a whole thing.
And not repeating. So you're not going to do, Ice Ice Baby at 10 o'clock and then later on be like, it's a new crowd at 2 o'clock and be like, hey, let's break out the Vanilla Ice again.
That is,
you know what I mean? No, he doesn't. He goes straight to MC Hammer at that point.
Right.
It's, I mean, if you're not doing that, dude, like you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
A lot of, I feel like, and this isn't to talk shit on anybody or shit on anybody. I'm in my own lane. I do my own thing.
Yeah.
I am not like all the other DJs. And when I say that, I mean, I'm not doing one specific thing. Like
No, you're not. Yeah,
I could
you
do a
are
hardcore show.
You could
I
literally do a
metal
hardcore show. Like, no problem. Yeah.
Emo show,
Right.
a Tiki Sunday, or whatever. I'm down for it.
Soul Sunday.
A Soul Sunday.
Hip-hop.
But let's be clear. Soul Sunday is 8 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
12 or 7 hours. 12 to 7.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody do a Soul Sunday without repeating any songs.
Right.
It's a task.
It's an
so it just
insane amount
depends.
of knowledge
I would love
to
to
keep
do
in
a
your
metal
head.
show.
Right.
I was trying to do Nardfest. We won't get into that, but I was trying to do that.
Let's get
and
into
they were
it, Jarvis.
Like, nah. They didn't want the DJ. They just play whatever in between. But man, I would kill it. I would kill it.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's such a insane because, I feel like, and I'm dealing with it now, like with my kids, right? Like my kids are very into music, which is rad, and they play a lot of music that I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like some of it, I'm like, how the fuck do you know about this? But then some of it, I'm like this is wildly new and weird and whatever the fuck. But they're all about like a playlist. Like kids are all about playlists right now, right? And I'm like trying to tell them like there was an art to making a mixtape, like when you liked a chick back in the day. There was a fucking art to making, like if you want to make a mixtape to impress your friends and show them what a new genre of music was. Like there's an art to that. You want to start strong and then you want to fucking get them into the meaty shit and then you want to fucking build them up again and then you want to fucking blow their minds and then you want to mellow it out. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a trip, like, because my kids just create playlists on YouTube or Spotify.
Do you think they're haphazard about it?
Hey, real quick. Anybody wants to understand what he's talking about, go to or hit me up and I'll send you a link or figure it out to SoundCloud where DJ made me the Big J mix.
Right.
On SoundCloud.
The ability
so exactly
to do
what
that.
you're talking about. He
Right,
played
digital,
all the shit. You know, he played all the stuff and
Right.
he made it for me years ago.
Right.
I still go back and reference it because when I'm having a day, I can go back and listen to it and it's all this shit. I didn't tell him to do this. I didn't ask him to do this. He's like, "Hey man, I made you a list, brother." You know, cuz he's my brother. I fucking love him to death. You know, he made me this, and I still go back to it today.
Right.
No, not with no reference, no asking, no nothing. Just because, you know, DJ and I go back and forth on music all the time.
Right.
You know, I'm always trying to throw shit at him. He might not know, or he'll be like, "Hey, check this out." You know, like yesterday we were at the bar, we were talking, and
great.
he's like, he goes, "Hey, have you heard?" I told him, I said, "Hey, have you heard Duranda Jones?"
This great.
Yeah, I know I did. I said, "Have you heard Duranda Jones?"
And he's like, Duranda, and I said, "What? Who's that?"
Yeah. You know I fuck shit. Everybody here knows I fuck shit up.
To be honest,
But so
the name
What
is
was
not
the actual
Duranda
name?
Jones.
What was the actual name?
Durand Jones and the indications.
Yeah.
And I said, I go, who? I was like, who are you talking about?
He threw a whole
Duranda
ass
Jones.
vowel
I
in
was
there,
like,
dude.
it took me. I was like, wait, Jay is up on some music that I don't know about. This is rare. And I'm like, He goes, yeah, Duranda Jones and the indications. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You mean Durand Jones and the indication? Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said. Yeah.
And I corrected him and said Aaron Frazier and the indications because Durand Jones doesn't sing that much on the damn.
Oh, snaps. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
The vast of music knowledge, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then, like, but I do think people don't get how to make.
What I was saying about
God
this
damn, interrupt
was-
me like 40 more fucking
it's
times.
the only way I'm going to say something.
Just so
It's
you
the
guys
only
know,
way
this
I'm
is
getting
what
there.
I live for. When
Yeah.
I watch the podcast, this is
Fuck,
the moments
dude,
I live for.
Definitely.
But my whole thing about it is we went through that with Durant Jones, the basketball player. We went through all that, and then he goes. He literally, when we're talking about it, he goes, "Hey man, are you up on this Japanese funk?" And I was like, "Dude, you know, because you're one of those people that I can do that with." Because I had just like 2 weeks before that had went on this whole like 3 or 4 days of listening to this Japanese funk jazz.
That's a YouTube black hole, man.
Oh, dude,
I bet it
it's
is.
insane.
I bet it is.
So, but that's where I love when we get that chance to sit at the bar together and just start like whatever it is, Durant Jones or whatever.
Basketball Jones.
Yeah, Basketball Jones. Basketball
You guys ever heard of LeBron James,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah. You ain't know
I
nothing.
saw you walking in the rain.
Yeah, okay. We won't
That's
go there.
Durant Jones, right?
Yeah, Jay, it is.
Fucking
This
nightmare.
is great, man. I'm so glad. I'm so happy to be here right now. Craft Services is back in the back over there, man. I love it.
Old fucking Kenny
I
Craft
love
Services.
it. Old
dude.
Kenny Craft Services back there, man, with the craft singles.
You ever heard Devontae Martin? You're like, what?
What?
He's like, yeah, Durante Jones.
Durante.
Jones.
Those are two whole separate words,
Yeah,
dude.
his sister Duranda.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
This is great, man.
I
I
don't
love
know,
this
man.
podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Click the link in the bio.
Yeah. Now we need the fucking gestures, Kenny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
yellow
where's the
subscribe.
balloon pop or
Dude,
whatever that is?
was a wild thing. I figured it out, but
It
Was
was
it
so
live?
fucking funny.
yeah, it was
great.
happening
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
It
Wow.
would go off your gestures. It was fucking nuts, dude. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, I don't
saw
know. I
you.
think.
I want to hear another
him.
hard-hitting question
Walking
from
in
you.
All right,
Jay.
let's hear a hard hitting
Let's
question.
pause on Jay for
All
a
right.
second.
So I did want to ask. There, as a DJ, you are the curator of good times, right? Essentially, hopefully, right?
I hope so,
If
yes.
you see, has there ever been a time where you see the crowd getting nuts and there's going to be a fight and you just play fight music
yeah.
like John Mayer?
No, dude. John Mayer, people would leave.
Well, I know, but not. You remember that Chappelle sketch where,
Yeah.
where John Mayer plays fight music? You ever just amp it up a little bit and see if you can get it going, dude?
Yes, there are times where I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
It depends, man, because it all depends on the crowd.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you look into the crowd, there's a few people where you're like, they don't live in Ventura. They might be from the other side of town.
Yeah.
Be on the outskirts, out by.
Yeah, the slimy valley.
What is that
dude.
called? The Ox? What is it? Oxnard?
Oxballs.
Yeah,
The Nard,
Oxballs.
somewhere over there.
Nards.
Wagon wheel out yonder.
Wagon
And
wheel
some people
way.
might not like each other. Nickelbee days, you know, when Nickelbees was popping. Yeah, man, you had to watch what you were
There's a
playing.
problem. Did they do a dress code over there?
Yeah, okay.
They do that?
Let's say that
I'll
if
tell you
there's
that.
a dress
If
code,
there's a dress code, there's
you
gonna be a
gotta
problem.
watch what you're
We
playing.
did
Right.
when I worked there. We
Yeah.
never did a dress code.
Yeah.
But after I left, and
Yeah,
I
there
left,
has to be a dress
I
code.
left because I had told Nick, who owned Nickelbees, I told him and had said very vocally to everybody, if you start doing DJ sets, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing this. If you're going to do DJ
He's
sets,
like, if
I'm
DJ
out.
also shows up here, I'm
No.
fucking leaving.
You
dude.
know
That's
exactly
he
what
said.
I'm fucking talking about.
If I
If
show
you're
up, you'll know
doing
it's
this
all
stuff,
good.
yeah. If
You're
you're going
like,
to start doing
finally a
this
good DJ.
this way, I'm done. I'm out. And he started doing it, and I went, I'm not doing this, man. It's just not. It's,
Right.
it's
So
too much.
it depends on the crowd,
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it all depends on the crowd. If
Right.
there's a dress code, you got to watch what you play.
Right.
And I'm not saying like to be, but I
No,
mean
but
that's
it's just
also
be
you're
honest,
also
yeah.
talking about a different time too, though.
100%.
There's a lot like going to Tarantula Hill, man. There's shout out Tarantula Hill.
That's what's up.
It's a mixed crowd. Like on Saturday, the outside, the back patio, they had Borderline. So Borderline still
Right.
does events. They actually
Wait, I'm sorry. Are they connected to Borderline?
Borderline events is I could be wrong, but there's still people that are putting on events that is under the Borderline.
Really? Okay.
So Tarantula
under the
Hill is
Borderline
at
umbrella.
Borderline.
No.
No. Just the people that put
People
on the
that
events
used to
there.
put on events at Borderline,
Right.
people from
Oh,
Borderline,
okay.
Which
still have events. There's no set building that they have. They just
Right.
go from a bar to a bar and they do an event. They throw
Okay.
events.
Yeah.
Borderline events, I think is
Yeah,
on
because
their
Border.
Instagram.
I mean, for those of you guys don't know, there was a massive, fucking horrendous shooting at Borderline. It was one of the probably the closest to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also,
Real
besides
close
that,
to home.
terrible.
not only, but besides that as well, Borderline is the only spot over the hill.
Yes.
Right.
That's the only spot
That
Like,
plays country
yeah,
music.
that and it was huge, man.
So,
yeah,
that's why we
yeah.
hit capacity
I mean, not
Saturday.
just.
Right.
I mean, yes, obviously
No,
there was some stuff that happened. There was a mass shooting. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But on the positive side to it, it was a hot spot.
Yes.
So when you tell me, like, I don't know that there's a company doing it. I understand what they're doing now, but
Right.
like to me, it was like that was a hot spot.
Yeah.
They had a big dance floor.
And
It
they
was a
just
good
didn't-
spot.
they
I
didn't-
seen hip hop shows
Yeah,
there.
exactly. They
I
didn't
worked
do just
security there
country.
for a while.
Yeah.
It was nutty.
So to get back onto that, Borderline, this coming Saturday at Tarantula Hill, they are having a memorial show.
Right.
If you go to Tarantula Hill Brewing or Borderline Entertainment or Borderline Events, I believe it is, Tarantula Hill has it. Tarantula Hill Brewing Company on Instagram. Find them, add them.
Yeah.
They're having a big event this Saturday. I will be there as well. But yeah, it's like a mix of music, and you can't really go anywhere to Boot, Scoot, and Boogie or
Right,
what,
right.
Achy Break Your Heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that they have it on lock, and they do it very well.
Yeah.
And I was like blown up. Every time they've had it, I've always been someplace else or out of town. So last
Right.
Saturday, I got to see it. They do line dance instruction, show you how to do
Yeah.
it, and it was packed capacity.
So-
Is there I'm sorry.
once
go ahead.
they
Go
have
ahead,
it two times a month over there. Let's go
ahead.
back to Jay now.
You
Jay,
got something? You got a question, Jay?
Jay?
Go ahead, dude.
No.
No, this
Go
is
ahead.
the best
Anybody?
Anybody that's never seen this
I'm
podcast,
feeling
this is the
very
best.
triggered right now. I'm feeling.
is
I'm
there-
feeling attacked.
Is there
I'm
a
very
type
triggered.
of fucking music that you're like, I can't do that. I can't.
I'm
like
glad
country.
you asked that.
Yeah.
Reggaeton.
You hear that? Hold on. Wait.
Reggaeton is
why
one
I
of
shut up.
those. Reggaeton is one of them. Dude,
Is it the worst music?
to me,
It's the fucking
it is
worst,
the
right?
Same.
God damn.
Look, I
For
don't even have
fucking
to
8
tell
hours,
Craig
dude.
what it is.
Yeah,
He already knows.
Fucking worst, dude. I hate it.
This is
I hate it. Reggaeton is the worst music.
and look,
Now,
I've
are you
had
the
to
fattest
hold
asses
on. I've
dancing
had
to
to
it? Yes.
I've had to change
Hold on, well,
and
real quick.
play.
What did you just say though?
I've
Are they
had
the-
to change. And
No, what did you
start
say
playing.
about the?
Are they the fattest asses ever dancing to it? Yes.
Okay, so then we're gonna get back
Like-
to something in a second.
Right.
like head wise or
No.
Either way.
no? Not that I've seen.
No.
It's just, it's all, you know what's weird, really weird? It's all across the board now.
Yeah.
There's some artists out there. I mean, I won't get into them because I really don't like playing it, but I will play it. That I get requests for all the time. Drake is one of those. Everybody wants to hear Drake, and I'm tired of hearing Drake.
Right.
Not that Drake's not good though. It's just you're tired of it.
Taking anything away from him.
You get burnt out on that shit, man.
Right. There are a handful of requests that everybody comes up with.
Right.
And just so I'm very clear about this, if you come up with your phone like this to me, and there is a request on it like this,
does that happen?
Can you play this song?
Does that really happen?
Oh yeah.
You are getting zero attention.
Yeah.
Wait,
Zero.
so they're trying to do it to be like, so they're not,
so they don't have to talk.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody's lazy and sitting across the day, can you play this? I don't like what you're playing, but can you play this one song?
Okay.
That's trending.
Yeah.
Have you ever had guys come up to you and do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Was it? They have a
sometimes
multicolored shirt on.
sometimes people
There's
come
beta
with
cucks in every scene.
Was there a multicolored shirt involved?
no.
Of course
Was there? Rainbow Bright, maybe a shirt.
When's the last time you came up for a request?
Oof. I sit next to you,
Yeah, there
and
you
I
go.
juggle your balls to get you to play what I want, and it's worked every time.
No, like everybody comes up, and it's all different requests. But lately, it's been maybe 6 different artists, and they all want to hear the same shit.
Right.
Yeah, they want
And
to hear
I'm
the
like,
top.
dude, it's 9:00, and you're coming in at this hour for this request that doesn't get played till later.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't look. I'm a DJ, and I'll play what you want, but I'm not jumping through no hoops for you.
Right.
And me personally, I don't think you should.
You're not giving me money. You're not
Yeah.
handing me money over in my hand.
You're being
I don't
hired
have a
for
tip
a
jar.
service.
First of all, I don't have a tip jar because I'm not trying to do that. I'm not there for requests. But if you do want to hear a certain song and that's going to make you happy, it works with what I'm playing. Yes, I will play it. But
So
if you come at me with a reggaeton song or a Mambo number 5, it's getting. You're getting.
So if somebody walks
end
up
of
to
the
you
line.
and
I'll wait till you leave and then play it
If they walk up and slip you a C note, you're not playing Mambo number 5?
immediately.
Immediately he's playing it. Yeah.
Oh, and I have had that happen.
I didn't even get the question out immediately.
Immediately.
I've had that happen. I did a private birthday party in Malibu, and I was given a specific playlist. Follow these guidelines,
Right.
and that happens too. Like some people want to hear certain things. Some
Right.
people don't want.
If they're paying
don't play
the money,
any of this.
then yeah.
Look, if you have a wedding that I'm doing, which is very rare, it's all about what you want to hear, not what I want to hear.
Right.
This particular wedding, this was like completely out of the box. They wanted to hear some Snoop. They wanted to hear some gangster rap.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
I'm like,
a
hey,
fun
man,
wedding.
I go, look, like, this isn't what they wanted. This dude goes, all right, well, how about now?
Shoot.
Slips me 100. He did that twice.
No way, dude.
I was like, is there anything else you want? Like, I'll play whatever you want, man. Like, give me another, what other song you want?
Anything else, dude?
Yeah, I'll play the extended version. Like, what do you
I'll
want?
come play at your house in the bathroom while you're
If there's
taking
an
a
after
shower.
party, bro, I can be there.
I'll play the full fucking record,
Yeah, dude.
if you want. Yeah.
You want the whole side or just the half side? You know what I mean? Like, so there's times where people do come correct with it, but then there's other times where they're holding up their phone and can you pay?
Oh God, dude.
Bad Bunny? It's like no.
Yeah, because it's like as a musician like that plays, in a band, right? You get the occasional free bird.
Oh my
You get the
gosh,
occasional
shit, those
fucking like
people.
dumb shit. You know what I mean?
You're like, I don't know that song.
I can't imagine being, especially like from Salzers, a record fucking snob. You know, I was like, I love a fucking playlist. I love all that shit. For someone to come up and make a request to me, I'd be like, you should kill yourself. That's that's where I would go. And this is
like-
why I'm not a DJ.
This
You
is
know
like
what I mean?
comics that get heckled, right?
Totally.
And so musicians get the
It's
heckle.
brutal,
Free
dude.
bird,
Yeah,
free bird.
totally.
Like, dude, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you right now if you say Freebird one more time.
Play Leonard Skinner. And you're like,
Dude,
fuck you,
get
dude.
out of here, bro.
Fuck you.
You
I
are
can't-
not here
dude,
for
I
a
have
good
done
time.
it so many times and laughed the whole time I'm saying
Well,
it.
you do it just to piss people
Yeah,
off.
that's,
though. There's
that's
a
a different
difference.
animal.
Yeah.
People are actually wanting to hear that song when
Oh,
they
that's
say
fucking
it.
ridiculous,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
It's
I just
insane.
say it, and I say it and laugh after I'm done because of just how
Right.
stupid,
Yeah, but you know what my favorite thing to yell is, and this is a deep cut from Nails. You know Nails from '86 House Nails?
No.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Nails
you
is Nels is like an amazing fucking dude.
Nels from Honey Owl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know Nels.
So
Yeah.
Nels.
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 He had the best fucking line that has ever been yelled at after the first song of any band. He would go, "One more!"
Shout out to Nels. I love you,
The
Nels.
fucking most perfectly placed heckle I've ever heard. Because you get through one song, dude, and he's like,
One more.
"One more!" And you're
Play
like,
another.
"Oh, man."
Do you have one more? Encore.
Oh, it would kill me, dude. Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna before we move on. I want to tap into something. How long I've actually known both of these people here. I actually knew Craig before Craig knew me. When I first moved here, I moved here in '97.
Okay.
And
Dude,
when
all
I
right.
when I
Trying to
moved here
think
in
of what I
90
was doing in 97.
Was I coherent in
Yeah,
'97?
I was.
When I first moved here in '97, I graduated high school, worked with my dad, and then went to VC. When I went to VC, Coley, shout out Coley.
Coley,
dropping a lot
legend.
of names because I know all these people.
Right.
Yeah, Coley's a legend.
Up here front. And Coley used to put on shows.
Right.
Missing 23rd was one of the 1st shows that I saw there. It was, oh my God, you just couldn't believe it. Missing 23rd, like greatest. So during that time, I would go to Salzer's.
Yeah.
And I would see this guy walking around with the tightest fucking Carhartts on, dude. These things had to
I
have
used to
been
rock Carhartt.
painted on, dude, or hot water, whatever. The
Yeah.
boiling water, he would throw them in, and then he would force himself into them and then continue to walk around.
Yeah.
Dirty fucking Carhartts, dude.
Dirty. They had the squatter sheen on them and everything.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they were dirty
And
as fuck.
the ankles would show. And I don't think you were rocking socks at that time.
Nope. No socks.
Stinky feet,
Yep,
McGee.
for sure. Beard, long hair. Not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would see who I now know as Craig walking around, and I was like, man, who is this guy? This guy's intense. Because at that time, I think you had your full sleeves and stuff, and you were just like walking around.
Right.
The Carhartts were tight. I was like, man, this guy's wearing tight Carhartts. Like,
Yeah.
how does this?
Yeah,
how
it was
does
a
this
whole
happen?
thing back then. Yeah,
It
there was a whole thing
thing
happening.
So
Yeah.
I actually knew you early on and didn't meet you until
And we would talk at
way
Salzer's
later.
and shit.
no, dude.
No?
You were too intense for
What's
me,
that?
bro.
Oh man.
Is either that or the Carhartts were too tight?
That's
I don't know.
probably it. But like when I worked at Salzer's, dude, my favorite thing ever. The reason I loved it is because I'm a fucking music. I love
Yes.
music, dude, and I wanted to fucking turn people onto music. And like one of my favorite things on earth is watching a kid that would come in with a shirt of a band that I knew and be like, "Let me fuck
blow
your whole
mind.
world up right now."
Let me tell
dude.
you where they got.
You know what I mean?
their
Like that's how I
ideas from.
met some of my best friends, like Josh Hayes, like who's he's in a band called Milk Bath. He was in Glass and Ashes. You know what I mean? That kid came in at like fucking 17 years old, and he's like, I just want something that's like punk but fast but like catchy. And I'm like, hey motherfucker, check out the Hives. Check out the Hives, aka Idiot. The first EP on. You know what I mean? I don't know where Hot Glue
Shout
Gun
out
is.
to Rosie. Rosie's the
Shout out
best.
to Rosie.
I love Rosie.
Anyway,
For those who don't know,
but yeah,
there is
like,
another podcast that they do have.
I'm sure
That's a great segue into the next
Breaking the Bar podcast.
Breaking the Bar
Yeah.
podcast.
Good.
It's
Breaking
great.
the Bar podcast, where my wife is definitely going to give me shit
Yes.
about this for sure. But my favorite thing about working at Salzer's was being able to turn people onto music. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I love about what you do is that you have such a vast knowledge. Like, are you at a point where you fucking are tired of like? Do you listen to nothing in the car? That's what I want to know. Like, do you just drive in silence, dude? Because that's where I get. You know what I mean? Like you have to, right?
That is a great question. One of the reasons why I do not listen to the radio anymore is because I'm tired of hearing the same 20 songs.
100%.
You have your whatever formula they have, or where the record company is paying the radio station to play their song X amount of times. Like I hate it. I'm sick of it. But lately, I was telling Jay yesterday that I have been getting into more podcasts and more obscure lists.
Oh,
I
really?
guess. Like I'm not look, I'm the first one that will tell you I do not like Spotify. I hate it.
Really?
But
what do you listen to?
But I
Is it
actually
Are you iTunes guy?
I pay for it.
Oh, you buy music?
I am now listening to Spotify.
Why do you hate it?
The curation of it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because even when you pick something that you think is going to be outside of the box, it's not.
Right.
People are still paying to put their songs in there.
Oh,
People are
100%,
still
dude. There's
paying
ways to
to
crack
spot
the
it.
algorithm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Algorithms.
What did you
I
listen to
hate
music on
algorithms.
before? iTunes?
Could
or?
you tell us how to do that? Because we need to do that
Yeah.
for the podcast.
That'd be really nice.
Before, what was your question?
Did you listen to on iTunes before, or are you
Never
like
used iTunes.
are you like a fucking you use some of the other you just curate your own playlist?
So, like a lot of how I would find new music, I mean, pre-internet is like really like Saul's is a prime example. Go see what I like this band. Well, what about this band?
Right.
But like when the internet came about, it was like YouTube, especially. Man, that's a black hole. That's
Huge, dude. Yeah,
the
lost.
Japanese funk and all that. Especially when COVID hit, man, you're talking like hours on end. And then when I had Soul Sundays, shout out to Josh at the Sewer. When I had Soul Sundays, that was a deep dive for me because then I really wanted to go back. I wanted more old stuff than I wanted new stuff.
Right.
Because sometimes you got to go back to go forward.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially with everything that Duranda Jones. What did you say? Basketball Jones.
Yeah, Durant Jones. Yeah, Basketball Jones.
Yeah.
That's how you get to where you're at now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
walking in the rain.
Walking in the rain.
So sometimes you got to go back to go forward, and that's
100%.
what I did. Yeah. And so you find a lot of great music that way. I don't necessarily need to hear all the new shit because I'm going to get that anyways.
Right.
I subscribe to another thing is I subscribe to record pools. So a lot of DJs.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So a lot of DJs, how they get everything is digital now.
Okay.
You pay a subscription like a Spotify or whatever, but they're downloadable. So it'd be an extended cut, a clean cut, a remix, a Halloween remix, a New Year's Eve drop or whatever. So you pay your monthly fee, and it's like unlimited downloads.
Oh,
but
really?
each site has specific or a limited amount of things. So I think I'm on 5 different sites now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. So you're just constantly being fed shit. That's
And then you have to
awesome.
curate from
So
that.
out of that,
Yeah.
you gotta. I mean, yeah, you're gonna know what the hot shit is.
Right.
You know, or a DJ will be like, "This is what I'm playing," or "This is what my hit list
Right,
is," or
right.
whatever the most requested is. So every site is different, but yeah, you have to.
Yeah. It's a wild thing, man.
It's trying.
So I wanted to ask you some like not would you rather's, but me and Rosie do this a lot, being like total music nerds. We go through bands.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you some hits.
Okay.
Are you a Beatles or a Rolling Stones guy?
What year?
It doesn't matter. Just pick whatever one you'd rather listen to any time.
I would
of the
say
day.
the Beatles because that time was a lot shorter than the
Okay.
Stones.
Yeah.
Because you got to imagine the Stones are still going.
Right.
And there was a point in time where it was just like a lot of drugs going on.
Right,
and
right.
the music didn't sound that great, but they had to put something out.
Yeah.
So I would say the Beatles because it was a shorter time frame.
And they fucking killed it
And
on every
yeah,
record.
a lot of people don't like the Beatles, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
but fuck
I love
you,
the
dude.
Beatles.
You
dude.
don't like the Beatles?
Can't stand the Beatles.
Really?
Can't stand
That's
them.
amazing.
That's okay.
So,
Everybody.
so you're
Yeah.
Beatles over Rolling
Well, let's say
Stones.
this: a lot of people don't love me, but that's okay.
Here's another one. Tom Petty, Creedence Clearwater.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty all day. That's for me.
I feel
Tom
like
Petty
he had
all
a deep,
fucking day, dude.
I think Tom Petty had a his range was bigger.
right.
But it goes back to what you were just saying about what
Right.
you were just exactly what you were just saying
Right,
about.
but he had more
like
hits.
that little Credence that little Credence
hits.
Creedence time.
was
I mean,
fucking
you can
so
you can
good,
wrap
dude,
John Fogerty
you know?
into it if you want.
I think
you know
what
I mean?
I think at that point then you're going hit for hit.
Right.
How
Yeah.
many hits did Tom Petty have
But
versus
I'm
Creedence?
more like just what do you
Because that's
what
a
did
long
you,
line.
But
and then towards the end of Tom Petty's career, he got more back into the blues of it, which was fucking amazing. I loved
Yeah.
it.
That's one of my biggest regrets. We
Same
had
with
tickets
Fogerty,
to
though.
see Tom Petty, and he died. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I'm a Tom Petty freak. I love Creedence. I love Creedence.
Yeah, I love
But
every
Tom
band that
Petty,
you're
man,
saying. I actually do
motherfucker.
love.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
all do. But me and Rosie play this game all the time. Otis Redding or Al Green? It's a toughie, right?
I'm gonna say Otis.
I'm gonna say Otis too.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I
then you think about Al
because
Green and you
Al-
go, "Mother,
like, yeah, Al's
dude.
still around and Al's still
Yeah.
doing his thing, but
Yeah,
then he's
but
in the
Otis,
church now.
dude, come
Yeah.
on."
Otis, I think that goes back to what was it? Monterey. I want to say Monterey Pop Festival when he played.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, killed it.
Insane, dude.
I
So
actually
it's like
have. That's another one of the discographies I have.
Otis Redding to Al Green.
The
You're
live
like,
version
motherfucker,
of that
right.
festival.
Right. Or
love
let's
this.
see.
This
Let's
is
do
great.
another one. Let's see. Okay, like Jack White. Anything Jack White's done, White Stripes, or fucking let's say Dave Grohl.
Jack White.
Right. Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude.
And I'll give you a reason why.
Okay.
Jack White is more in tune with origins of it, meaning like more blues, more rock, more he's got like a heavier sound. Dave Grohl, he's great,
But
and
putting
I'm
out
not
hits
taking
for
anything
30
from
years,
him.
dude.
But
You know what I mean? He can't.
it's Foo Fighters, and I'm not the biggest Foo Fighter fan. No
Yeah, my wife isn't
disrespect,
either.
No disrespect.
No,
I love all of them, but it's just not my bag.
Yeah, I get you.
Jack White, blues on the guitar,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Incredible.
Man.
Or like-
Incredible. The guitar with the built-in harmonica mic.
Can you got
Kenny,
something?
you have some craft services is ready? What
John Lee Hooker or Muddy Waters?
Oof.
Hold on.
Oof.
Hold on here.
I know,
Hold on.
right?
Hold on.
Dude,
I thought this was gonna
these
be
are the
easy.
tough questions that
Hold
me and
on.
Rosie
I'm
go.
not. I'm not fucking with that one. There's no
Ask
way
me
I'm
again.
fucking with that one.
John
Muddy
Lee
Waters.
Hooker, Muddy Waters.
John Lee Hooker and Muddy Waters. I can't fuck with it.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you had to
I
make a
will do
choice to
this.
listen to one forever, which one
This
would it
is
be?
a great thing because this goes back into
Flip
the
a
history
coin.
of it. When I was in junior high, I got heavy into the blues.
Right.
B.B. King, one of the all-time greats.
Oh,
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
incredible.
greatest guitar player. Don't argue with me about him and Jimi Hendrix. It won't
Right.
happen. I'm going to go with Muddy Waters.
There you go.
Muddy Waters I listened to
Good call.
first.
Yeah, so we
Not taking anything away from one or the other, but that's who
no,
I got
it's
exposed
not
to
taking
first.
away. It's just like we all me and my wife always challenge each other on these choices. It's like it's like who would you rather fuck? That kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's like Otis Redding, fucking
You were,
Al Green.
I mean, you were
I-
Jay?
me or Jay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
me or Jay. Who would you rather fuck?
Oh, man. Fuck, that's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to put a lot more pressure.
We'll go another round, and then we'll
So
see.
go back to the Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Right. Oh, Hendrix,
It's
Stevie
such
Ray
a
Vaughan.
different, wildly
it's Hendrix
different.
all day.
It was such a different. But he's saying Stevie Ray
Stevie Ray.
Vaughan all day. For me, it's one of those things where you've said a lot of shit where I just sat here quietly because, Tom Petty, Creedence Clearwater, it's so differently, wildly different to me. Like there's no comparison. Tom Petty had this poppy, fun shit, and then Creedence had this dirty, which was crazy because their sound was so dirty South, and they were nowhere near from that. They didn't come from there at all, but that was their grimy sound, and there was no comparison to me. Like they're not the same thing.
Right.
Oh,
So when you say Stevie Ray Vaughan or Jimi Hendrix,
You want to know
it's
my reason?
so different. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're here.
Kenny, you got something?
Can you have some?
Short fact, Creedence never had a #1 Billboard hit.
Oof, really? That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Well, that's the thing, though.
But it
That
doesn't matter,
take
right?
away
Some of my
anything-
favorite
anything away
bands
from
on
them.
Yeah.
earth.
There's a lot of people
Yeah.
that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they're not.
Who
Yep.
not
Well, I mean, I can't go down a list, but there's a lot of people that have
there-
been
yeah,
nominated
as far as bands, yeah.
year after year. and they're
100%.
not-
Yeah, and I think
My-
Kiss was nominated and is in the Hall room.
Hall room.
Yeah.
With
and
Miranda.
they fucking suck.
Basketball Jones.
They're
What was
fucking
that?
garbage.
What was the hit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basketball
Basketball Jones.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw you.
Yeah. So it's
And
weird because
him
I'm not a
walking in
massive
the
Kiss fan,
rain.
dude. Like,
I'm not
at
either.
all. You know
I
what
don't.
mean?
I get it.
do not-
They were
I
the
don't get
first.
it. I don't
Yeah.
get
They
it.
were the first.
But they were the
weren't
first
the
when there was a
first what,
bunch of
though?
really good. There was a bunch of
He's wearing
great,
boots.
great
They were the
fucking
first
rock
people to
bands,
put on
man.
an insane show.
Great shows.
Yeah.
Ton.
Right.
Wow. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
It's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw a sword in a thing and fire.
Nobody
Okay.
ever goes, that's the best bass player.
I will
That's the
say
best
this.
guitar
Shout
player.
out to DJ Mackey though, because DJ Mackey is a massive Kiss fan. Mickey Avalon's DJ.
Oh, okay.
To get back to the Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix thing though, I think with Stevie Ray, it's more in line, whereas Jimmy is very
Got you.
expressive in how he plays. Right?
More freeform.
You could follow Stevie versus following Jimmy.
Yeah.
When you see Jimmy, it's just whatever he's feeling.
Right.
And that's not taking anything away from. I just connect more with Stevie.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
that makes sense.
fucking, I have all of the DVDs, discography. He's like one of the
Dude,
greatest.
it's one of those things where
even when he was in his drug phase, like
we talk about this and it's a conversation because when it comes down to it, I'm not trying to put salt on either one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
of course.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, when he was fucking gouged out of his fucking mind, loaded, pouring fucking sweat. Fucking just killing it, dude, was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
But then it's like Stevie Ray has more blues than Jimmy.
I agree, 100%.
And I think that's because I got the
for
early
me,
exposure.
I'll take Jimi Hendrix all day
Yeah.
because of the expression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like
there's nothing
that's what
wrong with that
attracts
because
me,
he
you know
still
what I mean?
has his thing. But if I'm picking out of the two, I'm going to sit and watch all
Okay,
of Stevie.
so
because it's
the
just
next
like,
big one,
What?
Vanilla Ice MC Hammer. You know
I would actually probably pass on that question because that's a lot of irrelevance.
Which one do you know? Hammer.
Yeah. I mean,
Just because he's more gangster?
Yeah. Well, no, he's fucking gangster.
We
as
won't
fuck.
get into the third base
so
situation.
being a kid that was in that time, right? I definitely
I love you, man.
Let's not go down that road.
My thing with, and I went through this, I swear to God, like 3 days ago. And I got into it. I was seeing a video of MC Hammer doing Hammer Time with no sound, just him dancing.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so good,
Oh, dude. And
God,
you're
watching that, I wish we could pull that one up.
watching him do that was
Great.
fucking nuts.
It's
But at the
insane.
same time, if you go back and you listen to Vanilla Ice and you just like take all your judgment out of it and just listen to it, it's still poppy. It's still like if you didn't have all the other judgment on it. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Dude, can you do the
Vanilla
too
Ice,
legit?
bro.
Too
legit?
no,
I can't do any of it.
Too
I can't. My fingers don't work for shit.
legit. Too legit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Quit.
Too legit. Too legit to quit.
Yeah.
Something like that. I messed it up because
Yeah,
I put it
man.
up to 3.
But no, man, it's just me and my wife play this game all the time. It's like
the shit.
It's like
It's so
either
good.
or, right? Like like Pink Floyd for me is tippy top.
Okay,
forever.
here I got one.
Right.
Dr. No or Stalag? Oof. Let's not.
Oh, for me?
Let's forget that
Hold
there's.
on.
Oh no, not you, Jay.
Well, no, I'll
won't
tell you.
go
No.
down that road.
Look, man, this is no bullshit. No, nothing else.
Let's hear it.
No bullshit. It's fucking Dr. No all day long.
It is for me.
Because Dr. No was way more metal.
Yeah.
Stalag was way more punk. I never listened to punk. I never liked punk. I've been very vocal about that forever. I don't like it. When I heard Dr. No, the first time I heard him was Dr. No played at the Bermuda Triangle.
Right.
Wow.
And it was
for those of
Kyle-
you who don't know, Bermuda Triangle. Check your
Yeah,
inventory history.
Right.
No, dude, they still won't be able to find it, bro. They will not be able to find it.
It's lost in the archives.
When I saw him play, it was Kyle, it was Ish, it was the whole fucking band playing at Bermuda Triangle, and they were hardcore metal.
Yeah.
No punk, no nothing to it at
agree with
all.
that?
They were metal.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is
Jarvis,
great,
I
given this
love
history.
Jarvis. I love fucking everything he does. It's hardcore metal. You know what I mean? I'm not into, and I love everybody. I really do, truly do. I love
yeah,
Stalag.
shout out to all the
but,
hardcore bands. I love.
Shout out
each
to
and
all
every
the
bands.
bands. You know what I mean? Shout out to all of them. They're all fucking great people.
Kenny
I
Craft
love them all.
Services, what are you doing?
Kenny's.
Sorry, I'm trying to wrap it because the program's glitched.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Glitching
Kenny's
out.
tired of hearing about Nardcore.
Anyway.
I guess.
All right, man. Well, wrapping it up, man. Where can we
Kenny's
find
a
you? Where
child
can we
of
fucking?
hardcore.
Yeah.
Kenny's parents.
Conspiracy theories.
We
there
know.
has to
We
be a
just
whole
found out
thing.
Kenny's Japanese. And it fucking blew our minds.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's AI actually right now, which is weird. I'm looking into another screen.
Yeah. Anyway,
Kenny's parents,
where can we find you,
Kenny
brother?
was
So check
given
it out.
birth during a fucking download of Stalag
I heard that.
13's Japanese rendition.
Right.
And it was
A
Kenny
Japanese
being
single.
given birth. That's what that was.
Real quick, get into some shows this weekend.
Well, so
have,
this will come out next Monday. So if you got anything after that,
Next Monday. Oh, yes.
Next Tuesday.
So if you guys are down with the Risk, Compound, all the art gallery shows that I do, which if you follow me, you know that I've been down with him since 21. Trace Park Gallery, same thing. There's an event coming up on the 9th. It's called Collaborated. I want to make sure that I have the date right.
yeah, no problem.
Thursday, November 9th.
There you go.
6 to 9, you got artists like Risk, Vile, Pyro, Dave Navarro, Billy Morrison, Jason Brown, Joey Feldman, Estevan, etc. There's plenty of artists. Come check it out. Make sure you RSVP. If you don't RSVP, then don't even bother. Yeah, RSVP. Right. Compound Contemporary. It's in Thousand Oaks, right down the street from Tarantula Hill.
Okay.
Shout out Tarantula Hill. That's what I have right now. Residency every Friday pretty much at Tarantula.
Right.
That's where you can find me.
That's what's up, dude.
Future shows coming up at the Garage Bar.
We
have November 18th.
Yeah.
Yep.
November 18th with the Centuries.
Yeah.
Really, really great band. Going back to genres of music, all music. This is, I would say, more Americana than it is rockabilly, but I will be there DJing alongside the Centuries.
And these are DJ shows. We're going to start having them. We're going to start trying to do them at least once a month, where DJ is going to get bands that he finds and he curates and he brings them in, and it's going to be his show, and it's going to be different stuff. It's going to be the Americana, or maybe it's going to be an R&B band, or maybe it's going to be whatever it's going to be. But once a month, DJ is going to start curating shows at the Garage Bar, and it's going to be his night. So he'll be DJing and he'll be bringing bands in. He didn't really understand that that's going to be a once a month thing until right now.
Just now.
But yeah.
It definitely doesn't conflict
Look,
with
we didn't even get to the mezcal, and that's how good it's going.
That's what's up. I know,
but no, let me just say this before we end, because I want to give a major shout out to this band. I really, really want to book this band at the Garage. Shout out to Word Sauce. I'm coming for you.
Yes,
you know,
please,
we've already talked.
Please.
We have already talked.
Yes.
It's coming soon. I'm going to get a hold of you.
Man.
Yeah, Word Sauce. I love you
Word
guys.
Sauce.
Where can we find you on
San
social
Luis
media?
Obispo. DJ_ also on Instagram.
Yes.
Same thing on Twitter, which is now X.
I know.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find me on Instagram. That's the easiest place.
All right, brother. Thank you so
Thank
much
you guys.
for coming
I
on the
appreciate
podcast.
you guys.
OnlyFans, DJ Big Willie.
No, that's not it. That's not Duranda Jones on OnlyFans.
Duranda Jones.
Yeah. _basketball.
I saw you and him.
I love you so much.
Walking in the rain.
Thank you guys for having me.
We were holding hands, and
That's not how it
will
goes.
never. That's all I got.
That's
it.
All I got. Kenny, cut it, man.
Call the ambulance.